In my last video, I showed a little bit of my Obsidian template, and it's now on the time where I will publish it for my Patreons, and in about 2 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks, it will be published for everybody for free. Um, I made this for myself, and I use it since a few months, and I love it. I really like to work with this template, and I made it better over time, and I think it works now good enough that I can share it. Um, in this video later, I will go over it, why I think Obsidian is good to make something like this, and how to use it, tips and tricks about Obsidian, about the template, and so on. And later we will even add a few things just to check it out, how it works. But for now, I will show you what you can do with it, a little insight, that you know if this is something for you. And in the video, I will make timestamps that you can jump to things that may be interesting for you. Like you see on this dashboard already, you have an overview with things. And you see already, you can collect your challenges here. You have an overview over the words. You can have an overview over your lots, buildings, sims, households, and even your legacies. And you also can collect knowledge, and you can plan your save files. You have a list with mods and CCs, and even randomizers where you can plan what to play. And when you scroll a little bit down, you even have a to-do list. You can add to your projects times, a date, and then it will appear here. And that, I think, is maybe helpful for some of you. The template is, like I said, I made it for me, and I play by myself, but I also plan save files and other things. But this template works if you play by yourself and you want only to use the randomizer, or have an overview over your sims, then it works for you. But it also works when you plan save files. Now I show you a few things. Like, we have an overview over the challenges, and of course I put my own challenges already in. You can add challenges. There is an extension for Obsidian where you can clip stuff from the web and put it in here, what is of course very, very helpful. I really play my challenges only with Obsidian now. I think that's much easier. And mods and CC, like I said, I have already a lot of recommendations here. These are lots I like, mods I like to use, and you can add your own, of course, too. Then my randomizer, you just click on the dice, and then you get a good randomized decision what to play today. The legacy, that's almost like a family tree. Not quite, but you have an overview over your legacy play, over your sims per generation, and it looks like this. Later I will show you how to do this. You also can plan your save files here. I don't have all the packs, almost all, but not all. So I'm missing, I think, 2 words, could be 3, but I think 2. And but 2, I didn't do, nobody plays but 2. So almost all words are done like this, so you can plan here. I think it's helpful to have an image with the lots, and you even have here the sizes of the lots and the price. And I think that makes it easier to plan out a save file. So you see, you can do a lot with this template, and that's just a few examples. And now let's go into it. So how to download the file? I will publish this on my Patreon. I did not publish it now, but it will look similar to this. Um, on the bottom of the post, you will see a file like this, and you click on it and you download it. I will publish it first for my Patreons as a little thank you, and then later it will be free. In about 2 weeks later, I will publish it for free. Then you did download the file, and then you have something like this in your download folder, and it has a zipper on it. That means it is zipped. So I don't know how to do this on a Mac, but on a Windows computer, you go with your right mouse click and extract all. And just extract. And you see, it's a long, big file. There is a lot to it, and then it just needs a while. So then you go to the website from Obsidian to download Obsidian, of course. I will post the link in my Patreon post too, but it's obsidian.md. And you can download it for Windows or for other platforms. Pause to read. There are also an extension what you can have for your browser, what I would recommend. And yeah, you download it, activate it, make all the things what you have to do at the beginning. And then we go back to our files. I would recommend you to put this file in your documents folder or wherever you want to have it. Now it's in the downloads folder. I, for this video, let it here. Yeah. Then we open our Obsidian. I have it open already with my personal vault for Sims, what I have, what is pretty similar to what you get. Then you go down here. When this is not open, you can open this here, open and close the side bar. And you click here, Manage Vaults. And we want to open a folder as vault. So we open, then we go to our downloads where we have this. So we open this folder, we click this folder and select folder. So now it asks you if you trust this author, and I hope you trust me. I don't do anything on purpose to hurt you. And enable plugins, because I use plugins to make everything nice and easy for you. And here you go. Then you have this vault open, and we just click to have it completely open. So before we start with the template, something very important. I used plugins to make this template nice and easy to use for you. Obsidian is a very good thing, but what makes it really, really powerful are the plugins. But the thing with plugins is that you always have to check that they are up to date. In the time when I upload it and you download it, of course there could be updates. So please check about this, that this works good. I would recommend you for first to check for updates for Obsidian. You can make this here, click here. Mine is up to date. And then I would recommend you to check the core plugins. These are plugins from Obsidian by itself. and pause so that you can see what I have checked and what not. It should take it automatically and you should have the same settings. I don't know if it makes it like this. Then the community plugins, you can check here for updates. And I also have a plugin what checks automatically for updates. And we see this here on the button, and you just click on it. I did let it on purpose that you can see it. Then you see this plugins should be updated. And you can even click the arrow and then look what is new. And then you click and make the updates. Update plugins, and it updates it. You should, after each update, close and open your Obsidian again. That's recommended. Okay, here it says start here, and we check out the guide. So what do we have in the guide? I tell you why Obsidian. I tell you tips for working with Obsidian and with the template, and information about the copyright. Of course, don't claim it as your own. Don't share it over other ways than over my Patreon link. I think that's fair. I put a little bit of work in it. When you want to help me out, when you say, oh, this template helped me so much, then there are the possibilities how you can help me out. Yeah, but it's free and that's good. Okay, let's see. Why Obsidian? So I tried to make it short because I did this before and I was going off on this because I'm a little bit passionate about it. I tried many, many planning programs because I like stuff like this. Um, I was going back to the roots to Obsidian. Obsidian is pretty old in a positive way. Programmer use it, love it. That's why there are so many plugins. It's open source, so it's free, kinda. It's free, for, especially for what we do. There are things where you could pay for, but we don't need this now. Um, the main reason, and this is maybe not the reason for this template, but the main reason for me to use Obsidian is it's not a big corporate, that's one reason, but the other reason is you have control over your data. You have the control where to store it, and even when Obsidian not exists anymore, you can access your data, your notes, everything. So you can store Obsidian on your computer or in the cloud. It's up to you. So that's a very, very good thing with Obsidian. It's maybe not so important by a thing like a sim template, but I think it's good to know. It also works on offline. So I used before Notion, what is an awesome, awesome program for planning. But when the internet is off, it doesn't work. So that's really not good. Um, Also, with plugins, there are so many plugins for. I told you before that. I mean, programmers love Obsidian, and there are many, many plugins because of it for everything what you can think of, almost. So it's very customizable. Whatever you want to do, I mean, you can do it with Obsidian, I think. And like I said before, it's free, but there are also paid options for commercial, for syncing, um, and for publish. So with syncing, it is possible and published to make it for free, but it's more complicated. So when you want to have it easy, you have to pay for it. Um, there are other things like you can even use Obsidian as an internet browser, and there is also an extension for your browser where you can clip sites. So, like as example, when you see a challenge for the Sims, you can clip it to your vault. What is, of course, very, very helpful is then you don't have to switch around all the time. You have all at one place. And you can make it your own, how it works for you. Every brain works different. And I think that's really important to make it how it's working for you. Also very good thing on Obsidian is the connections you can do. Obsidian is actually, it was made as a note-taking app, but now with all the plugins, it's much more than just note-taking. But it was made for taking notes, and you can so easily link to other nodes and make all the connections. And I show you because it's really cool. Look at this. These are all the connections and all what you have in this world. So that's pretty cool. And we will see this in action later. So now let's go back. With this arrow, you always can go back. And this is good that this happened. Now you see this and think, oh, dear, what is this? I use formulas for some things. And you just, when you see something like this, just go in an empty field and poof, everything looks nice again. That's how we like it. Okay. So I want to give you a few tips about how Obsidian and the template houses works. And no worry, I made everything really, really easy for you. Most things work kind of automatically, but I still think it's helpful to know a little bit background in case something looks weird or something doesn't work like it should be. Um, it's just good to know, I think. But first of all, I made here a menu for you with a plugin, and this makes things very, very easy for you. When you want to start something new, you go here, and I have templates for you. They work kind of automatically. Everything goes in the right folder, everything has the right hashtag. Why this is important, I tell you later. But this everything works automatically how it should be. Uh, we will check out these things later. In case you make something totally different, you can file it here so that it goes in the right folder. And you can search here. You even can check out the graphic view, the table of contents, and you have a few commands here what you may use or not. Not so important, but when you need it. And formatting text you can make here. And I even have a few links for you. Of course, my Patreon and my Blue Sky and Sims Blue Sky starter pack. And Scarlet's Realm is very good website when EA has a new update and you want to check if your mods are up to date. You can do this here. Also, the forum from EA and EA News. So, a little bit background to Obsidian, how this works. I said before, it was made as a note-taking app, and when you take notes, you don't want to use the mouse so often. So, this many of the things in Obsidian work with Markdown and shortcuts. Um, of course, programmer loves this, and that's why we have so much plugins, what is nice. When you are not used to this, it may happen that you put something in, you type something and something happens, and you will think, oh my goodness, what happens here? Like example, when you make a slash, this happens. You get a few things what you can do. Um, but it's just good to know when you type something, there could happen something. Like example two, when you want to make a headline, you just make hashtag and one empty space, and then you type your thing. And as more hashtags you make, as deeper your headline go. And for that's just an example. There are many, many things what you can do. It's just easy for people who don't want to use the mouse. Um, you can check out the hashtags in the settings. You can even change the hashtags. When you make two brackets, you can choose from a site and link this site here. Let's make this. When you go enter or in an empty field, then it looks a little bit nicer. And then you can click on it and you go to the site. And not only is that it links to it, it's all connected in our nice Obsidian way here. All connected. It's like a brain. So this is very helpful. I think these are the most important things to know about it. There is much more to it, and there are videos that go much more into it. But for using this template, you don't need to know everything. Other thing was some people get a little bit confused, and for this I go on the dashboard because you can see it here really good. There are three different views of how you can view Obsidian, and this is a little bit confusing for some people. I want you to know about. You can We have it now in the editing view, but you can change to read only, and you also for this we have to go back in the editing view. You can also show the source code, and this looks a little bit weird. And here you see my secrets, how I made this. I used the plugin data view, and this is a formula where you can show different things. And first, the formula to work. Here, as an example, I used hashtags. Sometimes I used files. That means when you put things in the right file and you use the right hashtag, everything looks nice when you go out of this ugly source code. That's my secret behind it. So I think that's good to know. Um, but it's not so complicated like it looks maybe now. The other things you can read by yourself. We go back here and check out. Here we have all the folders in the sidebar. You don't have to use the folders, but it's good to know that they are here. We also have here bookmarks that are the most important sites. I usually don't even use the sidebar, but it's good to know. Utilities, I would recommend you to let the fingers away. Uh, when you know what you're doing, it's a other thing. But here would be the utilities and the templates. And the templates help a lot with making things easy for you. It's just good to know. You don't need this. We make this close again here. So now let's see this in action. As example, you want to play a challenge. You go on challenges, and then you choose the challenge you want to play. So here is, as example, my history challenge, what I play right now. And we start this. It always jumps where you had it open the last, so where the cursor was the last time. That's why I sometimes have to scroll up. So here you have all the descriptions, the rules, and the randomizers, everything what you need. To the randomizers, I want to say a little bit. Most of my challenges use randomizers, dices, whatever. With an arrow, you can open this here. And when you click on the dice, it makes a random choice. Sometimes it has twice in a row the same. So when nothing happens, this could be the case because the dices are not animated, so you don't see this. So we have here a few random choices for different things. I don't go over this right now. Good to know for you when you have a symbol like this. That means this is on a separate site, and when you go here, you can go to the site, but we don't need to do this right now. So I think that's the most important. But you have everything nice on one side and makes everything really nice, I think. Now let's add a few things to look how this works. Like easy, you want to have uh, a cheat what you found somewhere and want to have it in your knowledge. You go on the plus and add knowledge, and you see it automatically moves it in the right folder. It automatically gives it the necessary hashtags. You give it a title, let's say test, and you can put an image in, you can put a link in. I give you here under properties options what you can do. You don't have to do it. It depends how you want to link things. Sometimes it depends on you how easy or complicated you want to have things. When the properties are not open, hover over it, you see an arrow, and with this arrow you can open and close it. Usually you don't need the properties, depends on you. And then you give here your information, your cheat. Now good that we did this. Sometimes this happens and you just have a enter and then you give your cheat. And here we go. To test it out, if it worked, we go to knowledge, and here is our test. Here we have it. All good. So I delete this because we don't really need this. um, and with this button, of course, you can do other things. Like you could do a sim. Let's just click on it so that we see it. And here you can put a lot of information. Not everything may make sense for you. Household could make sense when you make a sim. You can put other hashtags maybe in, whatever is important for you. Generations is information what you want to put in when you make a legacy and want to uh, have it listed there. How to make a legacy? Let's see about this. You go here on legacies, and here we have legacy 1. Let's see how this works. We have here one already in as an example. You have to add the hashtag legacy and add the generation number in the sim property. Let's just check this with our sim what we made right now and give it a name, test sim, and we give the hashtag legacy 1, and we give the generation. Let's say that's generation 1, 2. And now let's see by legacy. And here we have our sim. So it's not so complicated. And it's not really a family tree. It doesn't look like a tree, but you have a overview over your sims and your generations from this legacy. That's just an example how things can work. For the people watching that make their own save files, it's maybe good to know you can do this here. Just go to words, and then you, as a sample, go to Bridgester. Bridgester I didn't do, but what did I? Yeah, I did. So there are like 2 or 3 words I didn't do, like maybe more, but two I didn't do so good, or some words I don't own by myself. But most words you can see here which lots you have, how big they are, um, and you also I also made a Canva uh, template where you can plan. Let's see how this looks. And here you see the lots again, and you see here a picture with the lots, and that makes it easy to plan a save file. So there is much more to this template. I cannot explain everything, or I talk till tomorrow. Nobody wants this. uh, if you have still questions, let me know. I would like to know if you like this template. If you use the template, please give me a feedback. Thank you for watching. See you soon.